Previously on Dragon Age.
I'm still grateful you used your money from the expedition to buy back the estate. I feel like an Amel again. I guess I just need to start picking you out a suitable husband.
You're a beautiful woman, Hawke. Is there no one else who has your attention?
I didn't quite catch that first part.
I don't need to repeat the obvious, I'm certain.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
Hawke said sarcastically.
You know, I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this. I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
Sebastian!
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished, but it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I owe you more than I can say, Hawke. I will offer my service to you here before I move on.
My hands are tied. I can't do this on my own. What if one of the women who died was someone you loved? If Gascard Dupuis is guilty, he must be stopped before he kills again.
You're not him. Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Do you take me for a fool?
No, I didn't mean... I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both.
Oh, Maker. The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this? I can't be certain of anything. Gascard may have tricked me.
The Arishok has requested you. By name. It seems you are meant to have influence above your station. Speak to the Arishok. Give him what he needs to keep the peace.
You have changed your fortune over the years. The Kunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawke. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlok. You will want to hunt him. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a lingering mist. Anyone caught in the cloud just went mad. Then the others just wretched themselves dead.
Kunari take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Kunari Thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
The Kunari were blameless.
Right. A mad elf, pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor.
And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. For this chapter, we're going to do basically some side quests. Leave the main plot behind for just a little while, so that we can talk to our companions and catch up on stuff. Part of this will be giving gifts, so that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. So we found the ship in the bottle when we were looking for Javaris, and it turns out that this is a gift for Isabella.
I have something for you.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, isn't that just the cutest thing? Baby animals are cute. Ships, not so much. Thank you, Hawke. This was a thoughtful gesture.
So not a lot of comment on that one, but we do get the bonus to Isabella's friendship there.
Better.
What are you talking about?
You're squatting in Hightown. I sympathize with your claims, but your neighbors have influence.
My claims?
To the estate. Rightfully stolen isn't exactly something I can forward to the Viscount. Be more discreet about yourself.
I shall endeavor to exist with less offense.
You might notice that Hawke looks a bit different. In between chapters, I basically went shopping and picked up some new armor, which gives her some enhanced rogue abilities. And another thing I picked up in the shop actually is a gift for Varric. In one of the Lowtown markets was, for some random reason, a Tethras family ring. So that turns out to be a gift that you can give to Varric.
Hawke, I've got some news. You might not want to be near anything breakable when I tell you, though.
Why don't I buy you a pint and we'll talk?
You just keep making this harder. Although I won't say no to a pint, if you're buying. I've had an ear out for Bartrand. After the Deep Roads, he ran to Ravain, probably because he knew I couldn't track him. But I hear he might be back in Kirkwall. He called in loans from a few of his contacts in Hightown.
Was he staying in Hightown, or just passing through?
If my information is good, and it's always good, he has a house there. Which gives us a good shot at having a word with my dear sweet brother.
How are you holding up, Varric?
Me? My no-account backstabbing brother is practically in arm's reach. I couldn't be better.
Would Bartrand really risk coming back here?
I think we both know by now that Bartrand would risk anything for money. There's a much better market here for that trinket he stole, and all his contacts are in Kirkwall.
We need some answers from your brother.
I agree. Bianca's been missing him something awful. Let's stop by his new house. Welcome him back to the neighborhood and all that.
So? You found an archdemon yet?
No. So Bartrand is back.
Roads or something.
Well, we'll get to him in a moment then. But let's go ahead and give Varric his ring first.
I've got something for you, Varric.
My father's signet ring. Where did you find it? Bartrand pawned it off to pay for the expedition. I can't believe you found it. This sounds exactly like the sort of fake thing I'd make up about you.
When you tell people, mention that I got it from the belly of a dragon.
I'll throw in a couple of werewolves and a griffin for balance. Well, I guess I better start answering my mail from Orzammar. Balin's court just reminds me too much of family dinners with my cousins. Anyway, I owe you one, Hawke. Remind me later to put you on my tab.
Alright, so we're close to locking in friendship for Varric. Let's see how we are in our other companions. Anders, as you might expect, we're still kind of neutral. But Aveline, we're getting up there. Wouldn't surprise me if we're doing pretty well for Isabella as well. Alright, so for Varric's subquest, of course, we'll put in Varric himself. And we'll have Aveline for a fighter, why not? So we need to go to Hightown for this one.
These streets should be safe at night. Care to help out with that?
I have a feeling we'll be doing whether we like it or not. Okay. Alright, finally finished with Bianca's tree for Varric. Oh, why do they always have to start us out on the other side of the map? Well, maybe we'll get lucky. So supposedly Bartran has bought a house in Hightown, which is over here. And we lucked out. Not a single random encounter.
This house looks abandoned.
I don't get it. My sources saw people making deliveries here just a week ago. This looks like it's been empty for months.
You think he put the cobwebs up to discourage tax collectors?
Well, you're thinking it's a trap. Great. It's been ages since my brother tried to kill me. So that's how you greet your brother, is it, Bartrand? Fine. Say hello, Bianca. Don't give him an inch!
Now, you might be somewhat suspicious of this, because A, Varric is now suddenly all by himself with no explanation. B, he's taking dozens of hits and arrows and is not hardly blinking at all. C, every single shot is just blowing away the enemies without, you know, he's basically one-shotting every single enemy here. You might wonder if something's up, and I have to admit that even I got suspicious really fast in this particular scene. So I'm going to let you guess what is happening right now, and we'll see if you're right after this whole battle scene is over here. Let's give you a chance to see, you know, what Varric can do if he's at super, super high levels, though. Because this is essentially the kind of stats that he has right now.
Sons of bitches! I'll take you all!
Almost done.
Bartran! I'm coming for you, you nug-humping bastard!
Oh, Varric, please forgive me, my brother. I was just jealous of you. How could I ever compete with you for Mother's love?
You're strong and handsome, and so very smart. What?
Why lie now about this? What have you to gain?
What do you want from me? I broke in, I found my brother, and it was awkward. Family business.
No. I think there's more to it.
Fine. You want the gory details? I'll give you the gory details.
So yes, that was Varric just making stuff up at this point. It's nice to have a reminder that this is indeed a framed narrative, and that we do not have a 100% reliable narrator.
These corpses aren't even stiff yet, Hawke. Somebody's been in here today.
More than just somebody, as it seems.
What did my brother do to these men? They were completely completely out of their heads.
Oh, more people going insane. Imagine that. As you can see, this is the exact same map as Fenris's mansion. Boom! That worked out well. Let's see. Anything to loot around here? Excuse me there. Got a little frog in my throat. Yay! More people to kill. Let's see. Oh, yep, there is a trap. I was about to say, I thought I heard Hawke talking about a trap. And Bartrand hired a small army, it seems. Let's see. It's just a dead... No, we're going too dead. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn on precision. There we go. Anders is leveled up. Oh yeah, we were going to give him, like, Constitution. There. Hopefully that'll keep him alive a little bit longer than usual. That should work out better. Oh. That was stupid. Alright. This is a dead end, so anything of interest? I don't see anything, unfortunately. Just random crate.
That's enough out of you! Bianca, you think that was beautiful!
Oh, no, not there. Just die already. Yeah, just disappointing there. Of course, they're going to make us go all the way around. Oh, that was funny. Just close the door on the problem. They're going to make us go all the way around the mansion before we probably get to the center, which is almost surely where Varric is at this point. Hey, Loco, why don't you come and join the party? Just make these fights go faster, hopefully. It's great. Oh, no, didn't miss anything.
Bartrand, what have you done?
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies. Almost as many as we leave behind. Okay. Let's see. Is the door open now? Yes, okay. Now we can get into the center part.
I don't like the looks of this.
Whoa, that's a lot of trap. Any others? Crate with boots. I guess I should attack some of the people up top there, since I have the range.
Face me. I stand for all of us. Make her take you.
I know, I'll just attack them as they attack Aveline. That's how it should work. See what's down here. Commander's got loot. Anyone else? Anything around here? Yes, there's a chest. Ooh. Oh, that must have been something for one of the companions there, because it made that little noise. Which is... it's nice. Gives them upgrades that you can't give them otherwise, since you can't buy them separate equipment. Meanwhile, in the actual battle... oh, there's Bartrand. Oops, I've been slowed. I'm seeing if the center door is accessible. I can't remember if it was or not. Nope. This is just this side room. Oh, that wasn't Bartrand.
Is that you? Praise the ancestors.
Hold up. I know this man. He's Bartrand Stewart. Hugin, what happened here?
Varric, your brother.
That statue he brought out of the deep roads. Bartrand said it sang to him, even after he sold it. I've been hiding in here, but the guards, they're like crazed animals. I didn't dare go past them. Everyone in this house has gone mad.
What did he do to the guard to turn them to this?
He's been forcing them to eat lyrium. Some of the servants, he cut pieces off them while they were still alive. He says he's trying to help them hear the song. Please stop him.
Bartrand's not exactly a nice guy, but this doesn't sound like my brother.
You said he sold the statue. To who?
I don't know. It's why we came back to Kirkwall. He was already starting to rant about the sodding idol and its singing. On his better days, he hated the thing, wanted to get rid of it. But the minute it was gone, he got worse.
I haven't seen anyone alive in here except for guards. What happened to the rest of the staff?
I don't know what Bartrand did to them. By the ancestors, the sounds coming from his study. They're dead by now. I hope.
What do you mean you hope they're dead?
Just whoever, whatever you find in that room. Varric, give them a merciful death.
Everything will be all right. You're safe now.
I wish I believed that, human. Bartrand took the servants and locked himself inside the study. No one's come out for days. And those sodding lunatics just keep prowling the halls.
Then we go in after him. Come on, Hawke. Let's finish this.
Sounds like it's been a slaughterhouse in here. And yes, Bartrand is very much a backstabber, but I don't take him as being this particularly sadistic. So something else is going on.
Sing the song for me.
That does sound like Bartrand's voice. Oh, he's out there. More crazed guards come out of seemingly nowhere. Bartrand's actually a fighter now, it seems. Or some kind of rogue, because he's going invisible. It's something that usually only rogues do. There he is. I'll mark him. Ah, he dodged my arrow. That's annoying. And got him.
I can't hear it anymore. I just need to hear the song again. Just for a minute.
Stop saying that! I know I shouldn't have sold the idol of that woman,
It was a mistake! A mistake. Bertrand, get a hold of yourself. Do you know where you are? Do you know what you've done?
Varric, you'll help me, won't you, little brother? Help me find it again. You were always a good one.
Help you? Bertrand, you left me to die. You left all your men to die. And for what? Some trinket? Look at yourself. Look at what you've done to the men and women who served you. Where's your nobility, brother? Where's your dwarven honor?
This doesn't feel natural. If he wasn't a dwarf, I'd think a demon did this. His mind has been poisoned by something powerful. That's all I can do. It won't last, I'm sorry.
Varric?
I'm here.
Varric, what have I done?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Make it stop, little brother. Don't let me... Don't let House Tetris fall like this. I know. I don't deserve it. But please, Varric, don't leave me like this. Make it stop.
Enough with the speeches. I'll get you to a healer, and you'll be fine.
We just had a healer, Varric, and he said there's nothing much he can do.
Varric, he's not going to be fine. You know that.
I can't do it, Hawke. I thought I could. I thought he'd be gloating, lying on a bed of gold and commissioning painters to memorialize the instant he sealed us into the deep roads. But look at him. Whatever that idol was, it did worse to him than I ever could.
You heard Anders. He's possessed. As long as he lives, he's a threat to everyone around him.
Goodbye, brother. Come on. I don't want to look at this place anymore.
Of course, you know, Varric does not like that. However, it does depend on whether or not you have Anders in your party. If he's not in your party, then he's not. He doesn't show any glimmer of sanity that is left to him, and Varric actually will prefer to put him out of his misery. But in this case, I figured that Hawke thought that he'd be too much of a danger to keep living, because she was trusting what Anders said, which was whatever he did for him wouldn't last, and he'd just end up going back to being the crazy, murderous, sadistic person that he was before. And we've already seen what kind of damage he can do there, so I think Hawke figured that this was for the best.
Something on your mind, Varric?
I should thank you for your help with my brother. He was a jackass, and he tried to kill us, but that was still the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't know. Maybe I could have found help for him.
He was obviously suffering. You spared him a lot of misery.
I hope you're right. I don't know if surface dwarves go back to the stone, or hang around singing hymns with Andraste, or what. I just hope wherever he is now, Bertrand stays out of trouble.
Any idea what really went on with him and that statue?
Well, the thing must be cursed. I don't know if it's magic, or demons, or the bile of the ancestors, but I think curse about covers it. If we're lucky, whoever he sold it to had the damn thing melted down for scrap.
If you're worried about it, we could ask one of the priests to pray for him.
I'm pretty sure any decent priest who prays for Bertrand would burst into flames. Anyway, thank you. I'll keep looking into who bought that blighted statue. At the very least, they need to be warned about what happened.
So that's Varric's quest for Act 2. So let's see. We have talk to Anders, talk to Marrow, and we have another thing with Varric. So let's actually go ahead and do that first. Let's see. We want to get back to the main map. But we'll just basically march through the other companion quests here, as long as we're getting them. There we go. I think we need to get back to the Hangman at this point. Yes, here we go.
You have got to hear this, Hawke. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Strange that people would get such an idea out of the blue.
I may have embellished a detail or two here and there, a little, and added a few things that didn't happen. For pacing, you understand. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawke. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawke. It's like alchemy. 1 part down to earth, 1 part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
The truth is out there.
Oh, I got a fan of the X-Files over
like
there.
The world's getting simpler. Like everything from eating to fighting is a lot less complex than it used to be.
I think that's a little meta there, talking about the changes of the game from Dragon Age 1 to 2.
Anders and justice.
That's not strictly accurate.
But you are of 2 minds.
Many people are.
Now you're the one not being accurate.
I thought those were the rules of this game.
I never know who I'm talking to with you.
Then it's fortunate it doesn't occur often.
Oh, you too. Speaking of Anders, let's go ahead and check out his quest. See, I think I should have just gone straight to his clinic instead of coming to Darktown, but oh well. Just come to the other side. Oh, Carta, get out of the way.
Let's finish this!
Better luck in the next one.
Oh, you got some loot? Oh, it's just money. Darn. Ah, shoot. Did I go the wrong way again? Sigh. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, now I'm going the right way.
Darktown. No better place to disappear.
I'm sure that's why you're here.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Here we have History of Kirkwall, Chapter 3. The Qunari first thundered into Kirkwall in 756 Storm during the last of the New Exalted Marches. The collected nations of Thedas were attempting to drive the Qunari from the northern mainland once and for all. Qunari armies were on the retreat, but in a desperate gamble their fleet circled around the Amaranthian coast and landed a great force near the Marcher city of Ostwick. Their plan was to overwhelm the Marcher cities of Starkhaven and Kirkwall, Starkhaven to block the roads leading north, and Kirkwall to block the ships on the Waking Sea coming from Orlais, all in an effort to deny supplies to the Thedas armies assaulting Ravane. The attack on Starkhaven eventually failed, but Kirkwall was attacked in a daring night raid where the Qunari used their leashed Sarabas, mages, in an unprecedented display of sorcery. The walls were torn down and the city was taken, and for the next 4 years Kirkwall endured the most brutal occupation in its history. Writings from that time are scarce. It was not until after the city was free that the Qunari's deeds came to light. Children taken from families, forced conversion to the Qunari religion, and brutal labor camps. It's ironic that the old slave quarters of Lowtown, still intact after centuries, provided the perfect means for the Qunari to control the city's people. When the famous Orlesian chevalier, Sir Michel Lafayette, something like that, rode into the city after finally defeating the Qunari defenders, he wrote, "Kirkwall is full of people with empty eyes that have all independent thought driven from them." When Lafayette was appointed the city's first Viscount by the Emperor in 760 Storm, he made it his mission to undo the religious conditioning. The Lafayette bloodline remained popular enough that when the city finally rebelled against Orlesian rule in 805 Blessed, Viscount remained the enduring title for Kirkwall's rulers, despite its origin. Alright, after another little mini history lesson, Anders, what do you have to say?
Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know past their harrowing.
Are you imagining some sinister plot to turn all the mages in Kirkwall tranquil?
I'm not imagining it. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the Guard and nobility. Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
Then perhaps the blame can be laid on him, and not every Templar.
That's what I hope. If we bring the evidence of this plan to light, there must be men who'll stand against it. Perhaps even the Grand Cleric will finally be forced to act. My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
I don't know if it's a good idea to take on the Templars on their own ground.
It's a risk I have taken frequently to save the life of a single mage. Would you do less to stop a plot that would destroy all of them?
If this plot exists, it must be exposed.
I am honored by your trust. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
Alright, so, may have a Templar extremist on our hands. Would not be the first time. Let's find out if that's actually the case. Fortunately, we don't have to go very far. This is the back tunnel used to get to all of the secret places, apparently.
Half as bad. Do not tell anyone about this way into the gallows. It's a secret that has saved the lives of hundreds of mages.
Alright. Let's go down.
This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's go.
Alright, I don't see any reason to change what we have right now.
I have personally led 5 mages to freedom through these tunnels. They bent to kiss the ground through the sewage.
Wow. Things are just getting worse and worse. Poor Bethany's in there somewhere. Got some new crafting stuff here. That reminds me, I forgot to check our recipe book. Maybe I can start making some of those resurrection potions on my own. It'd be very nice. Oh, come on. Huh. Can I make it through there? Oh, that's where we came in. Let's see. Do I need to come around down? Down this way. Okay. Ugh. I'm always so much worse on getting through these maps when I'm on camera.
Let's make sure this goes going. Go for the face!
Lyrium smugglers are down here. I guess that makes sense. Buy it from the mages on the inside and sell it at a profit. In fact, we had a chance to do that back in the original Dragon Age. I don't think we took them up on it, but we could have. Let's see, anything interesting around here?
Victory.
Yeah.
Lyrium smugglers built these tunnels to service the Templars who crave the stuff.
I'm sure they serviced also rogue mages, Anders, not just the Templars. Anything over here? Oh, yes.
That should do it.
More ornate staffs, man. Meryl and Anders are just going to be decked out by the time I do the next re-equipping here. I think this is the right way. Ah, yes. Wow. Who did that? Guy just exploded. We're going to need to make our way down to the lower level eventually. Going this way? Yes.
Line them up for me. I told you to mess with a maid.
Let's see. Ah! Leave me alone. There we go.
I suffer no threat.
The items are just... No, yeah, we do get some items there. Then come up and around. That way's blocked off, so I guess we just keep going up.
No, please. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No. No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
Get your hands off her!
You fiends will never touch a mage again.
Oh, look at it. You've made Anders angry. You won't like him when he's angry. There we go. That's one crazy sadistic Templar down. Oh, almost got stuck in the wall there. Okay, almost got all of them. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of looting here. Here we have Aldrich's papers. To Her Excellency, Divine Justinia, I am well aware both you and Knight Commander Meredith have rejected my proposal, but I beg you to reconsider. The mages in the Free Marches are past controlling. Their numbers have doubled in 3 years, and they have found a way to plant their abominations in our ranks. They cannot be contained. The tranquil solution is our answer. All mages at the age of majority must be made tranquil. They'll coexist peacefully, retain their usefulness, a perfect strategy. It's simply the best way to ensure mages obey the laws of men and Maker. I remain as always your obedient servant, Sir Otto Ulrich. So that was his justification for his sadistic plan. And of course, this comes from of what we saw in Act 1 when Templars were being possessed by demons.
They will die! I will have every last Templar for these abuses.
It's over, Anders. They're all dead.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon. Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here... I need to get out of here.
Yes, Anders seems like a ticking time bomb at this point.
You saved my life, Messer. What was that thing?
He's a demon, whether he admits it or not.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
Don't like dark tan?
Alright. So at this point, I think Hawke's kind of pissed at Anders, but she doesn't want to see that innocent mage get hurt, so best that she just go away and not come back. For all we know, she may return to the circle just to be made tranquil.
Trash. Trash. Keep. Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
This is all Sir Ulrich had. Looks like the Tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you've said.
Well, we've got a little bit more friendship for Anders there because of that. Trying to keep his worldview from becoming too narrow here. Alright, next up on the list. Let's see, we can have Meryl or we can have Aveline. I'll have to think about that, which one I want to do first. But I'm getting near the end of my usual recording session time. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here for now. And when we come back, we'll pick up this chapter and continue on with our companion quests, starting either with Meryl or with Aveline. Until then, fellow adventurers,